So as you can see, tonight we are having vegetable soup, and these are simply the ingredients we need for tonight. And basically it's just because this is what I've got in, so use whatever veg you've got really. As you can see, I've chopped my celery really finely. I've already chopped the onion and it's in the pan. You can chop it as finely or as thickly as you like, but the finer you chop it, the quicker it'll cook. And if you want a thick soup at the end with veg pieces in, then chopping it fine is a better way to do it as well. I'm just going to leave the skin on all of these because it's all going in the blender anyway at the end. And I think you get a lot more goodness when you leave the skin on things as well. Now the kettle's just boiled, ready to make my stock up, so we'll make that, pour that to dissolve while we're chopping the veggies. Chop the carrots up. Well, carrots, that was one carrot, but I would say probably a couple of normal sized carrots. I can confirm the OXO trick doesn't work with chicken OXOs, unfortunately, so don't try because you'll just be squeezing and squeezing. Nightmare. So the celery, the herbs, sweating off nicely there while I chop my other veg. And just chuck them in as soon as they're done. Okay, so that's all the potatoes chopped now, ready to go in. So all the veg except for the peas is ready to go in. I've filled up my jug. There's about a litre there of stock. But it doesn't matter about measurements because you might need more, you might need less. As you can see, sweating off nicely. All while I was doing the veg, I didn't do anything to it, but keep the lid on or it will stick to the bottom. Does anybody else lose loads of bits down the back of the cooker, never to be seen again? Yeah. I'm only joking, I do clean down the back of my cooker. Right, okay, so time to put the potatoes in. So I've given all that a good stir and I'm just going to let it sweat with the lid on for about 5 minutes. As you can see, I've now poured the stock in, and that's just to say cover the vegetables, which is perfect. So just let that boil for around, let it simmer nicely for around another 6 minutes, depending on how thick you've chopped it. I'll leave it for another 6 for me because it's really fine. It'll be fine to blend after that. Okay, so that's finished boiling now and everything looks soft enough to blend. So again, I would really strongly suggest getting one of these. I got this in Sainsbury's, it was only 25 quid. It's a glass jug blender, which means I can pour that boiling hot in there now. I don't have to wait for it to cool down or anything. I'm just going to use the stock jug again just to lift all this out of here, pop it in here, and as you can only do batches at a time, I've got a second pan waiting for the pureed stuff to go back in. And at this point, if you like a chunky veg soup, then it'll be ready. But we prefer ours blended. Okay, so admittedly that doesn't really look very appetizing right now, so let's blend it and see what we can do. The second batch blended. I'm ready to put in the pan with this blended lot, and I've just added the frozen peas just to give it a bit of texture because not everybody does like totally blended food, and I think it adds a nice flavour too. The top tip, get some washing up liquid in here, fill it up with hot water and give it a whiz, and that helps clean it out. You see, that's pretty much cleaned itself inside. Obviously it still needs washing, but it won't be as hard to clean. There we go, it's got all the muck out the bottom. There we have it, ready to dish up. So that's it dished up. As you can see, everybody's got a big bowl full. Chase is fuming because he's hungry and he wants to eat it, aren't you, Chase? And there's a loaf of bread that I made today. So we're having soup and bread for tea today. Hope you all enjoyed the video.